talk about the sale of premises. So premises where tenants are residing. So in the Residential Tenancies Act, Section 86 deals specifically with the sale of premises. Now, the question we got asked this week was that a solicitor for the vendor wanted the termination notice issued at the beginning of the cooling off period. Now, I think, we've spoken to a lot of agents, about this topic during the week, just, off the cuff conversations that we've had. And most people, and in previous legislation, it was about an unconditional exchange. Section 86 is quite clear. Clause 1 in there. A landlord may give a termination notice on the ground that the landlord has entered into a contract for the sale of the residential premises under which the landlord is required to give vacant possession of the premises. So, a couple of things here. The contract must say vacant possession is being given. So, obviously, the tenant has to be in a continuation period, the month-to-month period. So, they're out of lease and in a continuation period. So, and the front page of the contract for the sale and purchase of land needs to state that it is vacant possession. So, that's really important. And it's when they have entered into a contract for the sale. So that's an unconditional exchange. So the termination notice must specify a termination date that is not earlier than 30 days after the day on which the notice is given. So, that's obviously, and that notice can't be given during a fixed term renting agreement. So and if it goes to a tribunal, obviously the tribunal member's going to look at, when the landlord entered into that contract for sale, that cannot be it cannot be issued prior to the landlord/vendor, same in this particular situation, has entered into that contract for the sale. So it's about entering into that contract. So, but really this is the vendor's choice at this point of, when they need somebody out. It's obviously also got to do with the purchaser and when they want to get into that property and what the need is to get into that property for them. And obviously including your tenant in this. So, perhaps the tenant will want to leave early. You still need to give a 30-day notice, but if they choose to move out earlier, then that's obviously their choice, and that's something that can be negotiated around all of that. But the legalities of it are, make sure that you are adhering to Section 86 of the Residential Tenancies Act when, as a salesperson, you are organising for that termination notice to be given to a tenant of that 30-day notice when the vendor has entered into a contract. So the words out of the Act are entered into a contract. It doesn't say conditional or unconditional. So no clarity around where in that is, just entering into the contract.